Hi, everybody. It's Lisa from Sweet and Sassy Treasures. Pam's here, and we are super excited for today's project that has changed 3 times in the last hour. So I'm Lisa. I'm the owner of Sweet and Sassy Treasures. May have already said that. And if you're catching me live, you'll see up in this corner right here a red live button with a countdown or count up timer on how long we've been visiting together. Say hi, tell us where you're from. Any interaction you do while we're live really helps my little small business and is so appreciated. We are officially 1 week out from the 2025 IOD holiday release. It is 18 fabulous, spectacular products. There are 5 molds, 5 transfers, 5 stamps, 2 paint inlays, and 1 gilded transfer. And it is all super fantabulous. And I am so excited to share it with you. I will be live on Tuesday. The IOD public release is at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when the products will be live on my site. And I will be live as soon as Sally is done showing you all of the things. I'll be showing you the projects that I've done, and I cannot wait. I'm super excited. Today, we are using the Rose Botanical Transfer. Good one. Which is right here. And I find myself more and more gravitating toward this transfer. It has all different size roses on it. And the colors are really vibrant and subtle, if that's possible, at the same time. In honor of today's live, that transfer is 20% off. If you write us a little note, we can hold it and ship it with your new release shipment, and we will adjust shipping accordingly. So just write that in the comments section. We're also using trimmings 4 and maybe trimmings 2. The dogs just got home from the groomer. I am using this. I don't know the official name, but this is like interfacing. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Sandy. And I'm using this. It gives it a kind of a cool look. And I'm using a board that measures, not in centimeters, although it's just shy of 7 inches wide and probably 14 inches long. So let me flip this over and hope that my screen will be tall enough without me having to prop it up on something.
Hello, Tracy. Hello, Teresa. Haven't seen you in ages, Teresa Kelly.
Hi, Teresa. Got some copper sitting there. All right, that should be good. Hi, Becky. Hi, Debbie. All right, so what I've done is this interfacing stuff. It doesn't have. It's like a little starchier than rice paper, not as fibrous, meaning you can't see the fibers, but it is more of a fiber than a paper, but it does tear. And it's just a really cool product to use. So I'm going to paint my background board in a combination. I'll just use some of the plates that I used yesterday.
Hey, Sherry. Hi, Debbie. Ladies.
So there's my crinoline. You know what, Pam? I don't have any brushes.
Oh,
I put them away.
Yes, she
So
did.
here is some white swan, and I've had the lid off of it. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of water in there. Oh, that's the gunky. Look at I spent an hour trying to get, I think that's dried sealer. So I'm going to stir that up. It wasn't hard, but it was thicker. There we go. So I'm just going to get both those colors on my brush. So yesterday in the membership group, we looked at how to make messy, sounds really funny, messy paper that like is super ugly, but really pretty when you look at it in sections. And so we made that paper, and then I cut out a heart shape and we looked at the paper through that smaller lens. Point being, I knew I had 5 hearts cut out, and I looked all over for the 5th one. I found it today on the floor.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hello, Vincetta.
But it's such a fun practice to do. So like anytime you have, like I'm working on this background paper right here, and it will get full of paint. That's actually the paper that we started with yesterday. Save all of that because it gives you a mixed media, cool, textury vibe right off the get-go. All right, I know I'm gonna need that. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of prairie gray. Hi, Gabrielle. Hi, Vincetta. Hi, Sherry. I didn't say Siri. I said Sherry. Siri, stop.
Siri thinks you want something.
Jeez. Just taking some prairie gray to make like a little vignette. Oh, I know what the problem is. Orientation setting.
Is it still backwards for you?
Yep. I didn't know you could switch that though. Camera. Mirror my camera. Turn that off. And now we should be good. There we go. Just getting some.
Tracy thought Charlie maybe stole your heart on the ground.
Oh. Yeah, Charlie normally doesn't get to come downstairs. And it was like, you want to grab one of those 2 hearts that I didn't use, even yesterday's project.
Where are they?
But
Where
it's
is
funny, in the bin where I keep all the other stuff, what was funny is the one that dropped was like my favorite one, of course. I didn't know that till I found it, but.
Oh, this dark one with the pink on it.
Yeah. So this was just
Pretty.
from a messy paper and just decoupaging stuff on there. It's sealed, but this was my favorite one. This was the one that I lost.
That was just a bunch of stenciling and
Yeah, it was
fun.
just, yeah. Do you have the, hand me the journal page and I'll show them it. For the people who want to know what the hell it is I'm talking about.
Yep.
So all of these hearts were done the same way, off the same big old sheet that I just plopped a bunch of different things on. And so this is one of the layouts that'll go in the year-long book. But it was funny when Pam laid down a clean sheet of paper. I'm like, oh, here we go again.
Starting another one.
Yep. And I learned that from when I did an art retreat in Colorado with Jeannie Oliver, who is super talented.
Hello, Cheryl Hayden and Kathy Riley. Welcome.
All right, that should be good. It's making it, just giving it a little bit more depth. And actually, I'm gonna leave it like this because I know where I'm going with this, which is helpful. So I'm gonna try this. Love the hearts. The hearts, it was just so fun because the paper itself was ugly. Like it was, this big old paper. What is it? 2 feet by 3 feet-ish. And it was just ugly. I decoupaged papers and slapped on paint. And then, but when you look at it through a different lens, it's just, you see these little hidden gems that are so pretty that you can use for different things. Snippets in a journal, I like to call them, or whatever. I'm not a journaler. I like to create a book that tells a story. So I may, like last night, I did actually write some thoughts in there. But that's not normal. Normal for me is just the whole thing represents a mood or a thought. I'm not one to share my personal innermost feelings. So I find that, the creating of it is where I get, the best memories.
Makes sense to me.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to stay away from that baby, okay? Oh, she's upstairs, isn't she? She bailed on me.
Yep.
So this piece of, I'm going to call it interfacing, but it's not what it is shorter than my board on purpose. And I want it to be more narrow. So what I was wondering is, it doesn't tear in a straight line. But I was wondering if, like rice paper, if I couldn't like use a line of water and tear it that way. So that's what I'm going to try and do to help guide the tear.
Is it working?
Yeah. Not exactly like rice paper though. It's not necessarily easily following the line. And I could use, if I used the straight edge, probably would be a little bit more helpful. I just don't like the look of a straight cut. So I want it to go in there. And then the section of transfer that I'm using, Pam, would you mind handing me that transfer right there? Is this one right here. So I want to make sure that it's going to fit on the paper. Okay. And leave me the margin that I want left. So I'm going to want to go, I'm going to have to cut off, let me cut off this bottom section first. I'm going to leave about the same distance over there. Straight-ish.
What is the paper you're trimming again?
It's like an interfacing. I don't know what it's called.
And it came on a roll.
Yep. I think I got it from Joann Fabrics when there was still the Joann Fabrics. Had it for a long time. I've used it a few times for just about the same purpose. And I would save this. This would be really pretty in the journal. Now, height, I'm not sure about yet. I'm happy with that, though, right there. So I'm going to get my transfer on here. But before I do that, I'm going to wrinkle it a little bit. I'm going to dry those edges.
And he said, is it called Lutrador?
Oh, yes, that sounds right.
Lutrador?
Yes, that sounds right. Does that make sense? So I just re-inked my antique photo or vintage photo, whatever it's called. I've always wanted to be brave enough to do the fire, but I'm not.
The fire, oh, you hit it on the edge?
There's a way you do it that it stops it. I don't know if it's with Mod Podge. I'd have to look it up again. I read it once and I'm like, I could do that. Yeah, it's Mod Podge. They'll do it on, like, they'll cover letters of a word that are on wood and light it on fire, and it totally goes around. It's weird. It's good weird, but it's weird. It goes around the wood.
I'll take your word for it.
I know. I hear ya. I totally feel the exact same way.
I'll watch it on YouTube.
Do I have? I'm gonna use this lettering too, so I'm gonna cut that off.
And a scraper?
Yes, please.
You do have one?
No, I thought you said, do I need one? Now I'm going to justify it on the bottom so that I have more room at the top to make adjustments. And the grid lines totally help, even though my edge isn't straight.
Those roses are pretty.
There. I think that's going to be good right there. Am I a little too low, maybe? Now, there's no sealer on here because it's not a painted surface. Here we go. Yeah. Took it up just a little bit. But I don't think the sealer would have hurt anything. The biggest challenge is that it's not attached at all. So think about adapting this idea to the Christmas that we're all going to want to be making starting August 26th and a half. You know, you could use a transfer and the trimmings for molds still, or maybe, you know, they'll come out with something new that you could incorporate. Biggest challenge is getting it to sit anchored. What did Denise say this paper? Lutrador. Yeah. Hi, Joey.
I'm saying it right.
Thanks, everybody, for joining on YouTube. And I need to mention that if anything happens to my feed, it will only typically happen to the FB feed. It doesn't happen to the YouTube feed. So you can always switch to YouTube.
Oh, is that what was happening? It was just the Facebook?
Not even just to me. It happened across the board that day on Facebook.
But they could still see you on YouTube.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Lutrador. It's like Labrador, only not. Lutrador. It's exactly what it's called.
And what's it typically used for?
You know what? You took the words out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was just wondering.
I guess I can look it up.
I betcha. I'm going to guess art, but I bet I'm wrong. It reminds me when we were kids and we would take the cushions off the couch. Not that we were allowed to because we
I was
weren't.
going to say, Barb let you do that?
But that lining that was on the couch, that the cushions sat on back in the day. No, we were not allowed.
Lutrador interfacing.
Interfacing. Yeah, look at it.
Lutrador, L-U-T-R-A-D-O-R, is a non-woven 100% polyester spun fabric known for its strength and versatility for crafting and art applications.
Look at that.
It doesn't fray. It's ideal for sewing, embellishing without unraveling. It can be painted, dyed, heat distressed, and manipulated.
Heat distressed. That means burns, right? Heat
I
distressed.
think so.
Huh. Isn't that interesting?
Yep.
See where this is going to go. I think I want it. I
A
really
heat gun or
do.
soldering iron can be used to melt and distort this fabric, creating unique textures and shapes. There you go.
A soldering iron?
Yep, a heat gun or soldering iron can be used to melt and distort the fabric, creating unique textures and shapes.
Isn't that interesting? I'm going to cut this word and hope that that is not like a botanical faux pas. So that this does what I want it to do. Ooh, now I'm intrigued. Soldering iron.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that just sounds dangerous. Our friend Cheryl nearly burnt the basement down.
Yes, she did. Now we know. Now we know.
We were also calm. I know when we're doing before the holiday retreat an optional soldering workshop the day before, and I keep thinking there will be no paper allowed on the table. So that's really pretty, like that. So now I'm going to get my board back. I need to seal it. And then I've got to figure out where the top's going to go. So let me get seal around here first. Right here.
Yep, looked it up. Interesting.
We are making wall art using the Rose Botanical transfer. Cover your ears. There we go. Get this baby sealed. I love it when you seal it because all of that depth pops. Paper towel. Do we have one?
Oh,
Oh, I know what else I want to do.
gotta be more than one open somewhere.
Yeah, where is my brown paper? I'm not even sure we're going to use this, but I will prep it just in case.
I swear we just had like 3 rows open, but I guess not.
This is just brown, like that roll paper.
You need some?
Thank you. I originally used a paper bag, but it wouldn't have been long enough. Let's see here. Let me get heat on there. I'm going to use, how do I want this to go? I want it to be long. Which is easier to grab, kindest regards or the waltz? If the waltz is dry, we can use that.
Why is it? Oh, yeah.
I think we cleaned it because I used it yesterday. You know, I'm dying to see. Polyester melts, so I don't know. I'm not seeing anything. I'm going to try it with my soldering iron. I don't know. Okay, now I've got, I can use something else, Pam. Don't worry about it.
Try.
I've got trimmings 4 and trimmings 2. And we got to pretend that this is cut down. There we go. Pretend that this is cut down. I've got to figure out how much space at the top I want to take up. So gorgeous. It's not going exactly how I envisioned it in my head.
That paper you use under your projects. Oh, no.
So I'm going to
Well,
use
the dark brown one was a big roll of craft paper, but the other one is actually
packing paper.
packing paper.
Just like newsprint, really
Yeah.
thin newsprint. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to end up using this. So I have to get this ready. That's what I needed to figure out. So where do I want to cut this at? Probably pretty close to those roses. All right. So I'm going to take a brush. Probably could take a little bit more off.
That is trimming score. Isn't it beautiful? Did you show them that one up close, Lisa?
I will. I just
Yeah,
got
so beautiful.
a lot of things restocked. So I was out of ephemeral type, which is a big one. I was out of mercantile, which is one of my favorites. That's pretty good. Let's see. Here we go. Right. This is gonna be good. Oops, don't fall. What'd you do? Oh, probably Kindest Regards is dry. I bet you the waltz is wet. Oh, the waltz is, oh. So I'm gonna take some black ink.
Brave to restock at release time, Cheryl said.
Well, I know. I figured as long as I was giving them a kidney, I might as well give them, you know, the whole kidney with rights to the second one. There we go. Got that on there. All right, set the other side. This is going to be cool. All right. This is about 2 inches. And that might be a little long or wider than I want. What I do is I crumple it up and I get it wet and I take the heat gun to it. So I'm just gonna tear this some to make this narrower.
You're doing all kinds of crafty stuff today.
I know, it's weird. Well, the first thing I wanted to do, I didn't. Then the second thing I wanted to do, which was actually the first thing I thought of last night, I just wasn't in the mood for either. So this was nowhere on my radar. And lo and behold, that's where we're at. I have a feeling I've gone narrower and narrower as I've made it down this
Cheryl
strip.
says, I know I'm bad and I'm willing to go to detention because I was late. But what is that paper? It looks like a transfer.
The transfer is Rose Botanical. There we go. And then
it's on a piece of like interfacing.
that's called
Lutrador.
Lutrador. It's like, yeah. I'm gonna go with the waltz, I think. So I'm just gonna take this and
Get it dirty again.
yep. Push it right into my ink. That's where you get it the juiciest, is when you push it in. And then I'm gonna take and go right on here.
It's a good stamp, Cheryl.
Oh, shucks a Rooney. This is stone gray. That's why it's not coming out as dark as I thought it would in my brain. Stone gray is what I like, but I wanted black. I'd like them both. I can do that. Nothing wrong with having both sides stamped. Okay. There we go. Definitely buried a little bit as I get the rest of this. Even though it's going to be a different color. There we go. Hey, that can just be wiped with a baby wipe though.
Okay.
So we got that. That was black ink and the waltz. Could use kindest regards. Could use folk story. I'm gonna get the edges. And this is just that brown butcher paper. So I'm going to tell you a little story about how I know I'm old.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday, Ken and I went for annual eye exams. Now, we have never gone for eye exams together before, and Ken's significantly younger than I am. We were looking forward to said eye exam appointments for 3 weeks since we booked them. And I was so excited that I might finally be able to see, because my last prescription just was not ever right. And so we each got a pair of glasses and a pair of sunglasses. And being the dork that I am, I said, oh, Ken, we can pick up our glasses together. And when we leave, we can both wear our sunglasses out. We had the lady cracking up at us. Like, you know, that was the highlight of the months for me.
I can't wait to see you guys. Better take a selfie of that day.
I'm telling you, so funny. Now, what's nice using this distress ink is you can get it wet and it will run. And so we will be getting it wet with some sort of medium yet to be named. I have some candidates in my head, but I'm not sure where I'm going to end up. A lot of people just use flour and water, you know, and do like a, what do you call that? No, not plaster of Paris. What do you call that? I never got to do it in school and always wanted to. Paper mache.
Oh, paper mache.
Yeah. And you could, this is the side I'm using, you know, you could just run it along there. That is yummy. Okay, this needs to be cut to size. This is trimmings 4. I'm going to need some black paint, Pam.
It's over there.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to use this side because I don't want the stem. And I'm going to go a little bit over the edge over there. You know what? I'm going to have to cut it straight because this side's straight. So I'm going to have to heat up both sides. This is not going to be all that easy to cut because it's probably been 45 minutes. Could I pretty please get an X-Acto knife with a new blade? I think the blades are right there. Oh, I'm an idiot. Wait a minute. I think it would be easier to trim this side first. I find if I use resin, I'm using black all the time anymore. Yeah, Joey, it is. We use it too. The brown shipping paper. Did you find the blades, Tammy? I can get it in there if you want. That should be good.
There you go.
Normally I would use metal, but I'm going to use this instead. Can I get, never mind. I'm going to grab a metal T, and here's the reason why. Even though it's not a T, it's an L, so I can get the side straight. Come on, Bessie. Otherwise, I won't
Cheryl,
necessarily.
she needs black resin too. She needs to get a job.
I really enjoy the black resin. Oh, sharp X-Acto knife. Well, it's not going to be perfectly straight. It should be pretty good.
Cheryl can't keep up. She still wants the Lost Garden transfer from 2 releases ago.
Well, it's been out of stock since 2 releases ago, too. It's crazy. Transfers just, they go like hotcakes. I think I want the rose to go up there. So that means I'm going to cut this. Just going to make a little score mark. Go here. And here. Go. Pick that up. Clay would be a wonderful candidate for this too, but Joey, because it's cheating using black resin, it already gives me an antique base. So when I use the white resin, I always end up putting black or prairie gray or weathered wood, and so it saves me a step. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Oh, I knew that was coming. All right, so I'm not going to trim it on here, but to get it started. there to there, looks like. Allergies, you could love it. It's a lot trickier doing this side. Reminds me of cutting plexiglass. Straight-ish. Yeah. I used a sample of Black Raven from our retreat, thinking it was paint, it's glaze. Oh, yeah. It's very intense. Black chiffon is half the intensity. Like this again. That hurt in the middle there. Ooh, that's hot. Mind over matter. Come on, baby. Here we go. Good.
That's such a pretty one, the detail. I love the detail in the other one
So
as well.
pretty.
Though. I do like the detail in the other one as well. I like them both very much.
It's gonna be good. Okay. I'm gonna paint this.
We need a box cutter, Cheryl said.
I know. I actually have one that I do use sometimes. But it has a crappy blade in it too.
Upholstery nails.
Just want to make sure it's straight. And check the distance. I can move that down a little if I want. So yeah, this will be good. All right, I'm gonna start right here. You're gonna want to cover your ears. see.
Those have come in handy over the years, haven't they?
Oh my gosh, I know I'm still using the same plethora of ones that I bought forever ago.
Oh yes, they've never done black roses, dark roses.
We have Floral Anthology and that other Ode to Henry Fletcher.
Oh, that's kind of black and white.
Those
right?
were jewel tones. And then Desperado had the most beautiful black roses, but they were an outline.
I love the florals on Desperado.
Me too. I don't remotely look to see that they're lined up. And I don't like to tack this down. I like to leave it loose. Go down a little bit. Remember how I said this is going to be a fast little project? Not so much. All right, I'm going to use some Prairie Gray on here. I already have some on my plate. I maybe get some sandy blonde, maybe. Thank you.
Here you be.
I always squirt out way too much of this. Oh, that worked pretty well. Let me try this. And down. What did I drop? For a project. No worries. Sandy blonde. Get that edge. And this edge. Okay, we're going to dry that. This is Trimmings 4 mold, Sherry. That's part of it. This is the other part of it. Gorgeous, stunning, beautiful. Now we're going to use some crinoline. Hitting it on tops of the flowers. I'm going to wipe back a little bit so things will change yet again. so stinking beautiful. I've been out of trimmings for 2 months. IOD's been out. So I'm thinking on the brown paper that I'm going to turn into serious detention, that I'm going to turn into ribbon. I'm going to use pouring glaze on it, I think, because that should harden it fairly nicely, but leave it pliable while I'm working with it to get my hands nice and dirty. Okay, here we go. Oh, just absolutely love it. This is magical, you guys.
Oh my God, did you see Cheryl said Sherry has detention?
Yes.
You feel like you're let off the hook, Cheryl? Oh, that's funny.
So I'm just kind of trying to hit the high points and not look at any one spot intentionally. When I look at one spot intentionally, I tend to mess it up. You know, by taking too much paint off. Isn't that pretty?
Hello, Deb Hammond.
All right, we are going to seal this because we may.
Detail.
Hello, Deb. Deborah Hammond. Deborah. Oh, I know she said it's okay to do Deb, but okay. Get this baby sealed. Could I have the pouring glaze, Pam?
Pouring glaze.
In a squirt bottle. Could be over here still because I didn't get to finish cleaning up completely.
White gesso, CLP.
One of those Dollar Tree, you know, with the red tops.
Alcohol. And pouring glaze.
Thank you. Could add gold on here, would add pretty details, but I'm leaning more toward D&D and black chiffon. Is what I'm leaning toward. Don't be mad at me.
What?
Never mind. Got it.
What?
Let me just flip her over. How long have we been live for? Oh, an hour. That's not too bad.
Not too bad.
I feel like it's because I thought, oh, this will be quick, but I can't. Why can't I ever do anything quick, Pam?
Detail. Lots of stuff.
Actually going to take a brush with crinoline on it. Just hit tops. Oh, so good. I'll probably have to seal it again, but we'll see. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Cheryl. Thanks, Vincetta. I've always had this problem. I was an activities director for a big high school here in Michigan for like 10 years. And I was the same way when I would plan an event. Like if I thought of something really cool we should do, like I couldn't unthink it. It just wasn't. And then anything short of that would be a disappointment. It's just a quirky personality thing.
What you putting on now?
Just some more Big Top because I hit the tops of it with crinoline just to give me a little bit more contrast. So I've never done this pouring glaze thing that I'm going to do right now. I know it's going to be messy. I think it's going to work. I'm not positive.
What are you pouring it? You pouring it on the mold?
Nope, the ribbon.
Oh.
Do you remember the little black cameo piece that I was going to use?
You did have it right over here. Did you move it?
Maybe.
There.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. We might use this. This is from Cameos. So I should do that right now. Do it with black. So it's already black. Why would I be painting it black? And the reason is that I want whatever I go over the top of it with to stick. And I'm thinking that might be just some gold. The resin is so porous that by adding paint, I'll get better results. So we started with the Rose Botanical. The board was 9 by 14, I think. I'll measure it again. Trimmings 4. Didn't end up using trimmings 2 because it doesn't, like, if I would have used this trimmings 4 right here, trimmings 2 would look really good with it because it has a flat edge. So with that edge being, well, I lie. It would look really pretty to have that on either side on a bigger piece. So stand corrected. So now my board fell. I got to grab that.
That's your head.
Oh, thank you. I am going to fire up my glue gun. Bless you. I know I'm going to need that. Phew. Could I have D&D in black chiffon, please? Because I know I'm going to need it. So I'm just going to start before I get it on there.
What do you think you want from?
That's the $1 million question, Pam. All right, set this back down. I'm just going to set it. Oh, I'll set it on my computer for a minute. There. So I think, here's why. Here's the board.
Let's see what you
I
got
just
so
think
far.
I think it's too light.
Did you get out the summer crush too?
Oh yeah, I was going to do that on the board, but I'm not going to now. Don't you think it's too light?
I don't know. I can't really see the whole. Let's see if I can.
about now?
What were you gonna darken it with? Oh, is that your
D&D and Black Swan. Yeah, I'm going to trust my gut. Trust my gut on that. I do need to go around the board in black too. All right. This is going to work. I haven't done this in so long, and it's just so good. I'm really needy today.
Well, I couldn't help it.
Paper clipboard, street pen. Oh, here's that other thing I was looking for.
I found it buried
Oh.
under something.
No, wasn't buried under anything, was it?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
Where's
guess
the
what?
ribbon going? Cheryl says.
You know, that is a very good question that I believe I have the answer to. But we're going to have to, once it gets made, we'll have to figure it out. So, there's still some Big Top on here. So it's going to automatically water it down a little.
You want to zoom back in, or do you not care?
Right now, I don't care. Thank you. I really want to get it in those low points. Remember, there's Big Top on here, so I'm going to be able to pull back quite a bit. Fairly easily. I love D&D, but not as a standalone. It's a little too warm for me. So we'll look at the difference here real quick. Now, I could dry this. The question is, how much do I want that Black Swan to grab?
So pretty.
We'll go with medium. So we'll see the difference here. I don't know what color it turns into, but it turns into the yummiest color when you have both on here. So I'll just do the 1/2. It's not often where I do a big enough piece that we can really see the difference. My hands are already dirty. So look at that. It's like when you,
That detail.
isn't that crazy? It's so crazy how it does it.
Thanks for the hearts, guys. Ladies. Love it, Debbie says. Layer upon layers of beauty. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. The difference is absolutely amazing. And one without the other just is not as good. And it's the same with all the colors that are on here. You know, it seems silly because I use one and then I cover it up and I use another, but it just adds to that overall depth that you end up with. Now, that's a beauty. Let me try that. And this doesn't need to be sealed. The glaze is a sealer. Just get some of these spots where I need it to dry faster. It's going to look so good. There's some different formulas that create different end results. Oh, Cheryl, that's so cute that you think I know more than just this one. I have two go-tos. This and Flirtatious mixed with Cowgirl Coral. That's another really good one. All right. This is gonna, oh yeah, that is so good. All right.
You also do good with your weathered wood and your orange.
Yeah, making the rust color. Thank you. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I think I might have this upside down. It might go like this. I think this rose would, nope. Nope, definitely goes like this. Okay. Figured that out. Now this is tricky because it's a big piece. So it's tricky to get. I wonder why my nails are trashed by the time I go and get them done. Okay. And you can use the thick, what do you call it? Thick medium for this job.
Cheryl said I was excited about the green thing you ditched last week. The almost green thing.
What was it again?
You didn't like the green, so you did that black roses one. It turned out really pretty though. Where you
Oh,
did
yeah.
the Botanical powder.
No, I don't remember. Yeah, it goes this way. I don't remember what I decided. Oh, I've got pretty good contact on here too. And is it straight? I think it's straight. Okay. This is better. You'd never know it by looking at it right now. Oops. All right, I'm gonna set this to the side. The outside needs to be darkened up, and the yep, whatever I was thinking. Pouring glaze.
That trim is beautiful.
All right, this seems like this is going to be a good idea. I just don't know, you guys. It may not. So I'm going to put this in a resin up. And I'm going to brush it on. And it should give it some rigidity.
So do you do the knot first, or do you tie it and then do it?
I'm doing it before because I think it will make it less likely to rip.
Gotcha.
It's going to make it shiny for sure. My sleeve. And I'm going to do both sides. It is sticky.
But does it stick to your paper?
I know. It's going to a little.
Hello, Susan. Just getting off work. Time to wind down.
And I may end up having to, cut this shorter. I just don't know yet. Okay. Whoa.
There goes nothing, honey.
Believe it or not, I am actually going to try and tie this, which is probably not real bright. Actually, I'm not going to try and tie it. I'm just smushing it up. Like that. Like so. I'm not even sure I need the hot glue, but it's going in there anyhow. Where did they go? I'm trying to think. How does glue go? Like that? Or the other way? I don't know. I know you can do the pointy thing. There we go. See, I should be able to mess with it as it's drying.
Thanks for the thumbs up and hearts, everybody. We appreciate them.
Nope, it's got to go on here. Let me see here. Just trying something here. Adding some paint to it. Need to find that little smidgen of a thing.
A smidgen of a thing.
Yeah,
One of those.
yep, exactly. Kind of cool, I gotta tell you, that pouring glaze did pretty much what I wanted it to do.
Made it stiff.
Yeah, I'm looking for the Bobby. Bobby do? How do I lose stuff
Trying to help
all
you, but we
the
just don't
time?
know what to
The
find.
cameo thing I painted black.
It's gotta be right in front of you.
But it's not. It's MIA.
Wait, I see it right behind your blue, your D&D bottle.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Did you see it?
Yep.
Phew.
This bow's going on here. Come hell or high water.
Make it work.
We'll see. I'm not really convinced just yet. Okay.
Do you think, not for this project, but that you could make that paper ribbon into roses? You probably could.
Probably. Could I have the pale gold metallic, please? I think that's going to be the way to go. I'm not sure. Because it's got that bronzy color to it.
Yeah.
I'm not positive these go together. That's part of my little issue.
But they're both so pretty.
Yes, they are. But are they pretty together? That is what one wonders.
So you're hoping the bow ties it all together.
That is
Literally.
You're so funny. So this is the same warm tone as the bow. Then we're gonna warm up. I got this. I got it. Got it. I got it. Okay. Oops. Gotta make it all work together. So this is pale gold metallic paint. Zoom in. Working right off my paper. I have the solution, you guys. You may not be convinced yet, but you will be.
We trust you.
That's got gold on it. Oh, I'm going to need that in a second. Black paint. Okay. Oops, I smushed that.
I see a lot of brushes in my future.
I know, right? Oh, yeah, that's got to be heated up then. Clamped down.
Linda Hall says you always have the solution
Well,
and the right one.
I'm not sure I always do. This one's going to be tricky to pull it all together. Oh, shit. I knew I just did that.
What'd you do?
Got black paint on the UPO paper or whatever it's called. Labrador paper.
Labrador.
It actually doesn't look bad, but wasn't what I intended to do.
She's just painting the sides, guys.
Oh, you can't see?
Well,
Sorry.
We could for a minute there, but
So the trimmings piece is buckling on the other side. I'll heat it up and clamp it down. That heats up the glue too. Which end do I have to do still? This end. You're black. Come on.
you need help.
No. Angry. I'm an angry elf. My hands are not remotely dirty.
Okay.
Oops. Just getting that black paint on the edge. It's a fairly sanded edge, meaning really well sanded edge. See where I got a little bit of, but I don't mind it actually. Dry that, wipe that back. Thank you. I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully this all comes together. In my head it's going to. But I had to have the same colors on all of the elements to tie them in. Spin it around. A little bit of touch up I've got to do, but okay. Go. Oops, that was still wet. I know I'm so in my head right now.
That's okay. Try to get it right.
That's gonna be good.
It's looking good so far.
It already is good. Better. All right, I have a couple more things. We're like 5 minutes away. Gold paint on that
This
brush.
is gorgeous, Sherry V says.
Go along that
Thank
edge.
you.
Just to tie that gold in.
Nice balance of hard and soft, Susan P says.
gold on there. I'm almost there. Black Shine. My hot glue gun is like, seriously, one? You plugged me in 20 minutes ago.
It's ready.
Black Shine. This is from Cameos, believe it or not. It's from Cameos. Look at this. All right, now, oh, crud. What? My little bow came undone. Go. I cannot, there must be a huge clog in that paint because I cannot for the life of me.
Which one?
The pale gold metallic. Get it to,
Even when you stuck something in it?
yep. So it's got to be down closer, you know, to the base of the bottle. Because it just is not cooperating. Run it along the edge and anywhere else it hits. Where's this puppy gonna go? It is going on here. That is where I want it, is here. Oh, I didn't even think about putting it there.
Where? Or behind?
Oh, I think that's where it's gonna go.
By George, you've got it.
Who's George? Oh, and look at that string of glue that just went down the project. Look at that. That's lovely. That, my friends, is perseverance.
Ella's here and wants to know if she should just come in.
Yes.
So should I just go?
Just tell her Ken's here. Sure. All right. There was a glop of glue that I am not going to remove until it's totally dry. Get a little more gold on this bow. So it's just not dry yet. Unless I try and off like that. Now I love it.
Yay!
All right. This is, it doesn't do what it looks like it's doing. It doesn't, it's not as orange as it looks on camera. Could I like fold that a little maybe? I don't know. It may need to be played with a little. All right. My granddaughter's here to get scrapbooking stuff.
Get what?
Scrapbooking stuff. She's keeping a scrapbook of her senior year. Oh my God, it looks so good now.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, why is it so bright? Hold on.
That's perfect. Oh, it looks even better right there. Pretty, yes.
Looks so good. Look at that.
Good job, Lisa.
Thanks, you guys. Phew. Let's touch and go for a little while.
You did
But
it.
look at this dreamy, look what this is doing already. That's what I'm talking about. That already is on its way to be something cool for journaling. But
There you go.
I appreciate you guys.
Thanks, everybody.
That's a pretty good picture of it right there. Oh, so much potential what you could do with this. All right, I appreciate you guys. Bye, everybody. Oh my God, an hour and 42